Mr. Snow, this is number 5 for you and me.
It is.
This is going to be part of the Far, Far Away podcast.
Number 20 for you.
This is number 20 for the podcasts that
Congrats.
we're running on now.
Yep.
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. How you been? We survived Father's Day.
Yeah.
Herrentag.
Yep. It was nice. We had a good time. Weather was nice.
Was that Memorial Day in the U.S.? I have no idea anymore what's going on.
In the U.S.?
Yeah.
I think wasn't it on Monday? Memorial Day?
It happened recently. I just catch it on my Yahoo News feed. I'm like, oh, I have no idea what day it is in the USA anymore.
Vitamin drip. I just changed the topic, I was gonna
say,
bro.
Let's do this vitamin drip instead. Okay.
That's my new shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
is that you?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
But that's my new shit. Oh,
okay.
You got it? 25th. Yeah, it was Monday.
All right.
Which is yesterday. I think I saw Kevin Bacon. I follow Kevin Bacon on Facebook.
Are you serious? Why?
I don't know.
You heard the Kevin Bacon's conspiracy and like
what's this?
I don't know exactly. It sounds like a YouTube rabbit hole search, but
yeah,
it's something about his relation to Hollywood movies. Like every third or fourth movie that Hollywood comes out with, he's somehow related to it in some way. And I don't know.
Yeah, I have heard that.
I forgot the specifics, but he's like somehow mega connected.
Isn't that kind of like the same thing with the Facebook? Like you're connected. It's called like the third degree of relationships or something like that. Or how do they call that? It's like the
first connection, second.
Yeah, degree of relation or something.
LinkedIn does that too. Your original connections, the connections that arise from that person's connection, and then like your grandkids, second cousins, third connection, something like that. Speaking like an amateur, I don't actually know, but
then now here I came up with something weird. I wanted to look for it I'll just put it in Facebook maybe. Fourth degree of family. No, it's something like that though.
Cousins, second cousin's sister.
3.5 degrees of separation. Whatever that means. Research.facebook.com. It says that I read somewhere that everybody on this planet is separated by only 6 other people, 6 degrees of separation between us and everybody else on the planet. The President of the United States, a gondolier in Venice, fill in the names, how every person is a new door opening up into, thank you for turning that off, a new door opening up into other worlds, 6 degrees of separation between me and everyone else on the planet. But to find the right 6 people. It's from 1990, 6 Degrees of Separation. It's a book. How connected is the world? Each person in the world, at least among the 1.59 billion people active on Facebook, is connected to every other person by an average of 3.5 other people.
2 billion people connected on Facebook.
Yeah.
And when was that? That was a while back?
This is from 2016, February 4th, 2016.
So that's upped itself exponentially, probably.
Yeah, I wonder how many people are on Facebook now.
It's a big server.
Facebook's not cool anymore, somehow.
Just, yeah.
But, I mean, I'm old enough to still use it. Eric doesn't use Facebook.
No, I don't have an account.
You don't? Well, you're not even really a social media guy.
No, I'm kind of phobic. I don't know.
It's fair enough.
My wife's addicted to it. She swears by it. I'm like, just get off of that. You don't put the kids' photos on there. You know, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Well, it's a tool. I understand. Sometimes I'm jealous because she tells me about stuff. My favorite band's playing in Berlin next week. I'm like, I had no clue. It's only on FB. I'm like, oh, shit.
Is that real? Is that true? Or you meant that like more hypothetical before Corona?
Hypothetical, yeah, before Corona. Sorry. Yeah, like, or cool stuff's happening. Or, do you know there's a cool...
That's true. That's what Facebook is like that. And then I'd like it because of the family stuff, obviously. Like,
yeah.
Talking, like I see my family in there. But I know what you mean. I don't know. It's like you have to give up this part because it's free. Yeah. Nothing's for free. So you're paying.
That's what my dad said, yeah.
Yeah.
Paying the man.
You're paying the man, or you're getting the commercials and all this other. It's like YouTube.
Yeah.
Which brings us to what we wanted to talk about with Joe.
Oh, right.
Which that's exactly how I didn't read the article. Maybe you can pull up the article from the New York Times, Why It Matters, Joe Rogan deal. That was so interesting about the fact that you have, like, what's the value of Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Right? Because you see the contract that he gets for Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was these guys explaining, like, the increase in Spotify's market value.
Yeah.
Like their stock went up $5 billion. That's like so. I mean, good for Joe, but that just for me, when I hear that number, you're just like, did Joe Rogan, was he smart? I'm sure he was. I'm not saying was he smart. He is. Did you think he did you think he got, like, in his contract, like some Spotify stock? Like he just.
Oh, I bet they beefed up the deal.
Like, what if you just, like, I do the 100 million or whatever, but, like, I want, just give me, like.
Oh, sure.
Give me like 30, 40, 50, maybe just give me like 10 million in stock at the same time.
Sure.
And then the next day, just be like, boom, it just jumps up like.
Yeah. Smart.
I don't know. Is that even legal? I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
No, neither I. Bringing up we talked about that before. You talked about how, like, he claims dumb. He's like, I'm just stupid, but I got to ask this question, or I'm an idiot, and that's all I got to say. And the New York Times article, written by a guy who's actually a friend of his and was actually on the show, I guess.
Okay.
Seems to really know him, and he's like, he goes back to that. That's like his thing. If something gets too controversial or too crazy for him, he bails, and he'll do, I'm dumb, and he's like out, and that's cool. It's like his Teflon coating. But he said he's not dumb at all. He knows exactly what's going on. I thought that was really cool.
He just doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, smart man. For podcasting.
Yeah,
I think it's smooth.
He's a very socially like he has a good way of keeping it all under wraps.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can never really break his character.
Oh yeah,
yeah, which is pretty amazing because of some of the guests that he has on there sometimes. Or even he had, like, this guy with what was his name, Tyson, the astrophysicist,
Grassley.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see it, but
yeah, and it was like him just interrupting Joe like multiple times. Like,
wow,
just very rude, like no flow of conversation. And then there's a couple times you see Joe's face, and he's just like,
"Are you done?"
Like, he just is just waiting for it.
Really?
Yeah. Can you pull up that article of the New York Times, please, Mr. Eric?
I thought this was. Oh no, you need a subscription.
Oh,
pay the man.
You can't.
That's frustrating.
You can't read it without the subscription. Are you subscribed? Are you a New York Times subscriber?
I'm not. No, I get my 4 free articles a month. And
yeah,
I burn through them, and that's it.
I can get those too.
There's got to be a way. Somebody else's. There's got to be a workaround, a backdoor.
No, I think you're right, though. Like, the New York Times itself will just let you do a free one.
I like the article. They were saying, whereas mainstream media and traditional media is, like, hitting questions and trying to break down the guest by, like, hitting those hard questions. Once it gets tough in Joe's territory, he bails. He's like, no, I that's cool. That's like, he gets around that. People are flocking to him and that style.
Yeah.
He was saying, people want to get mainstream stories and TikTok videos on their cell phones. They don't want to read a tragic story about a bad example, but, some real political unrest in Bolivia or something. Like, it just doesn't work for today's audience. I said,
yeah.
No shit. No shit.
He knows his audience.
Yeah, newspapers are really having a hard time, and this is further proof. So
Barry Weiss, she was on this podcast. She's a good guest too. Like, she was a very interesting, very highly. It was a really cool podcast with her.
Okay.
The show, yeah. She's like, when I saw the news that the king of all podcasting, Joe Rogan, had inked a deal with Spotify for his widely popular show, I texted to congratulate him on getting crazy rich. How rich? Weirdly richer, he replied. Like, it doesn't register. Seems fake.
Yeah. Huh?
That's cool. According to the Wall Street Journal, the deal could amount to more than $100 million, a number that Joe doesn't want to discuss. It feels gross, he told me on Thursday, especially right now when people can't work. Well, see, that's exactly that's exactly what you're saying. Like, he knows exactly how to turn it around and say the thing that Like he means it too. He signs $100 million deal in the wake of like where some people just can't even get enough food, but he knows that and he'll say that, you know. So and he says it's gross. Like, how is that? How can he just go so fast and just say it's like what the Eminem did in the 8 Mile movies? Like he took all the heat away from the rapper that was gonna. Like he took all the guys. His how do you say fire, it? Like his fire, all of his ammunition, and put it in his own hip hop beat or put it in his own freestyle, and the other guy had nothing left
deflated.
To say. So he like deflates that right away. News of Tuesday's deal, which gave Spotify exclusive rights to the Joe Rogan Experience, sent the company's stock soaring. It added, I said $5 billion. It added $1.7 billion to its market cap in 23 minutes. Okay, but after the end of the day, I think it was almost 5.
Okay.
The musician and critic Ted Gioia pointed out on Twitter that a musician would need to generate 23 billion streams on Spotify to earn what they are paying Joe Rogan for his podcast rights. Okay, so that's a lot of money. But Spotify reported paid almost double for Bill Simmons' podcasting company.
Wow.
The Ringer earlier this year, money is not the only reason this deal matters. Rogan is a friend of mine, but I've been on his show, but I still find the extent of his popularity mind-boggling. Imagine if I had told you a dozen years ago that the former host of the Fear Factor,
go figure,
an MMA color commentator who loves cool cars and shooting guns and working out, a guy with a raw interview show featuring comedians, athletes, and intellectuals, was more influential than the entire slate of hosts on CNN.
That hit me.
You think I was nuts, but it's true. His fans are everywhere. I met them everywhere working behind the register and wearing loafers at hedge funds. Yeah, so he has like a really wide.
Yeah. They're not from a political spectrum. He offers a lot for different people, different walks.
No.
And what I think some traditional companies, you have NPR people, you have that certain cut, and you got your Fox News cut of people. They don't usually mix.
Yeah.
But this guy seems to get everybody from all walks.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
The problem, he told me, is that the cell phone also has YouTube videos on the craziest things ever. Babies landing on cats and animal attacks and naked people. Why would you read a 2,000-word story about the collapse of healthcare in Venezuela when you can zone out with some TikToks?
Yeah, serious.
No, nobody ever thought we'd need to gear our entertainment, our media, to people who cook, who jog, who hike, people who drive. Even books on tape can require too much thinking. But a podcast, he said, doesn't require that much thinking at all. You get captivated by the conversation. One of those things about this medium in general is that it's really easy to listen to while you do other stuff. Yeah.
Benefit.
See, that's so it's kind of like you're in the ear of somebody and the guy's in his garden and he's doing his thing and he's listening to, you and me talk about the first time that we were in the garden trying to do our job, and then the German peeks his head over the hedge and says, "Hey, man, you're being too loud."
Exactly.
Sundays in Germany, you're not allowed to do what you're doing.
Seriously, yeah.
So, like, maybe he understands his audience. Just the fact that you can be in the ears of people. It's not, the video is almost like an added bonus. I actually listen to Joe's podcast more than I watch it. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What you do. Podcasting in itself is something that's really just hitting mainstream right now, but it's been going on for a long, long time. I used to watch I used to watch it on my thing from Revision 3 with Kevin Rose.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And this Albert guy. I mean, have you been on podcasts like before?
Not really, just audio stuff mostly. Just listening to before, pre-video.
Yeah.
But no names. Like once in a while, stuff would come up. NPR stories would come up. Like
I used to listen to NPR for a while back in
documentaries.
NPR there's always really cool stuff on NPR.
I think they dig down pretty good. It seems non-biased.
It's like this non-biased opinion, exactly.
BBC has a lot of stuff. What else? Yeah, National Geographic. I don't know, but
yeah, as far as like the big media thing goes, those are the ones that you could be like, they're not political. They keep their. Well, I mean, NPR is probably, I would say, more liberal.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Okay, but still, like, I guess I don't see it because I guess I'm probably more of a liberal thinker myself.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it. I'm the same way. As far as impartial and nobody like heavy-handing any politics. It seems like they have a nice balance.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess here we are in Germany, and if you want a decent non-biased perspective, you could go to BBC as an alternative. BBC, Radio 1 in Berlin.
Yeah, Radio 1's cool.
That's pretty smooth. Yeah. And it seems like they're getting the real deal as far as facts. And NPR is on that BBC kind of. I think they're a BBC wannabe kind of. Yeah. Spreading the word.
And NDR. I mean, Radio 1 too. Like, as far as all the radio programs go, that just sometimes they have interviews I don't want to listen to. Then you just have to go somewhere else. Mm. But the music is always just. Like, what? Either it's like a super one that it's just like hits you right away, or it's one that you're like never heard before ever, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, you can learn a lot.
Yeah,
they have a lot of.
Franzi always has it on in the car. Cool. That's my problem is I tend to just keep my shit on that I have on my phone, and it's just like Spotify or whatever I'm listening to, the same music, so I don't ever have that extra input. And so when I get in the car, when Franzi's been in it and the radio is tuned to this station,
Radio Heinz.
It's almost like I have to don't plug my phone, like keep it so I can try and actually get outside of that world.
It's important,
Do you watch TV?
I don't. I wish.
Me neither.
I wish. Just the
kids. You wish you watched it so that you knew what was going on?
Literally, yeah. I think once the kids...
But do it like, I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd watch, to be honest. I mean, Game of Thrones, it's all cable and satellite stuff.
Game of Thrones? Did you ever watch the Game of Thrones?
I did, yeah. We got into it. That and Vikings was another one.
I watched Vikings too.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Pretty slick.
So I couldn't stop it anymore. The spoiler, everyone's probably seen it, but I couldn't watch it anymore after Homeboy died. Like, that was it for me.
In Game of Thrones?
No, in
yeah, it
wasn't
Vikings. The same. You didn't miss anything. To be
after that, it was like, he was such a freak. Ragnar. He was such a freak.
Yeah.
His crazy blue eyes. He had this fucking crazy. Remember, he'd just be all drugged out.
Oh my God! Yeah,
on some mushrooms or something.
Travis, what's his name? New Zealander.
Is he? Yeah. I've never knew he was never really in any big stuff before that, right?
I saw him in a role recently, but I forgot what it was. But yeah, Travis Fimmel.
That's his
smooth mover. Yeah, he should have gone. They should do like a Sons of Anarchy remake with that guy at the wheel. That'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely. You can't. It's not a big jump to go from that to like a biker guy.
Yeah. We'd binge watch that, or Game of Thrones, Sons of Anarchy, but the kids can't be around.
No.
Well, I'm kind of like this protective father type.
The 2-year-old can't watch Sons of Anarchy?
Although we Game of Thrones, and no spoiler, but towards the end.
I can spoil it. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, season 8, and I was up in the middle of the night, and this is the only time we can do it. My wife will fall asleep, or my wife or me will fall asleep with the 2-year-old, because he's like a bastard. He's like really rough, and you got to... and then he finally, from exhaustion, just wipes out. But you yourself are so done, you fall asleep too. So it's either me or my wife who have to sacrifice ourselves to our son.
Yeah.
And then whoever gets to survive gets to watch Game of Thrones. So I hit it on Amazon.
It's my turn tonight.
And the kids, the 3 girls, get up. Like, what are you watching, Daddy? I'm like, oh, shit. And there was the sex scene with Arya and the blacksmith guy whose dad was a...
Yeah.
And that had already happened, and I didn't care. I'm too old to be aroused by that stuff. But the kids got to see the undead scene with the Night King, and how Arya took him down. And I was like, oh, they thought that was the best movie ever. It was so cool to come up to watch that with Dad. And I guess in answer to your question about do I watch a lot of TV, I don't, but I do remember that as a kid, like Battlestar Galactica. A-Team, the 8 o'clock movie with my dad. I could only watch it till 9 o'clock. So I watched tons of movies with my dad, but only the first hour.
Yeah.
Because then I had to go to bed. But those are cool. Like, sadly, and my parents split up, but those are some of the best times I have with my family, just like chilling on the couch, watching Commander Adama on Battlestar Galactica rain hell on the Cylons. And I thought, this is cool.
Wasn't Battlestar Galactica, didn't they make a movie with John Travolta with that?
Oh, I don't know. There was the remake series later that was, I guess, hugely popular. But
they made a series too.
I missed that. Yeah, all the spacecraft got remodded and updated, I guess.
Wasn't it kind of like wasn't that movie like like an exact story out of Scientology with John Travolta?
Good question. I don't know. I didn't. I think you got something.
Battlefield Earth. I'm so full of shit.
Well, Battle's in there. Seriously? Oh, that's Battlefield. Look at John.
So do Battlefield Earth.
It's like a unibrow.
Yeah. Can you go back to Google and ask to go up and say Battlefield Earth Scientology, and see if we can figure out what they were doing there, because I remember I was hearing that
Kampf die Erde.
Scientology.
Oh yeah, Church of Scientology.
My lack of English is kicking in.
SC Science.
There you go. Connection.
No, connection.
Huh.
There it is.
Let's buy it. Cyclos.
So the film follows a rebellion against the alien Cyclos who have ruled Earth for 1,000 years. Travolta, a Scientologist, has sought for years to make a film of the novel by Hubbard, the founder of Scientology. So apparently that's what the whole movie was about.
Wow. True story?
I don't remember watching it, though.
Nah.
Have you ever watched it? No.
I remember it was advertised, and here's...
I remember him looking so weird like that.
Yeah, John Travolta in this get-up. Big trailer.
We're kind of being boring because he's just sleeping.
He's good. He's had a hard weekend. Eric, tell us about your weekend, brother. You have some battle scars. we married types. We get merged unscathed, but
let's talk about Eric's.
You had a rough weekend.
Yeah, I've been lately on a bit of how do you call it? Bad luck. On a streak of bad luck. Yeah, Father's Day or Herrentag. Just wanted to gain some view. Try to climb up a wall, which was
very tall.
Yeah, very tall,
and like 15 feet tall, like a big, huge. Show me a picture of it.
And I'm face planted, very lucky of it. So I my feet hit the ground and my face hit the pile of tires we stacked together to get up there.
Hardcore.
But very
I
lucky.
could picture him like just folding, like when you fall.
Yeah.
And then the
ragdoll.
But if the tires hadn't been there, you might have like hit your head on the wall, probably, huh? Because you would have like reverbed against the wall or something.
I would fallen forward, so I would
land on your face on the floor.
Yeah, or on my hands, and would have probably broke a wrist or something.
Yeah.
So I've been very, very lucky, and yesterday I hit my head
without a helmet.
After my TV broke down. So
he has like a scrape on his head. He came in there. I didn't even notice it because his hair was over there. And then
he walked by me in the stairway. I didn't even know it was him.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, this guy's beat up. Oh, it's Eric.
Dude.
What's up?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But he's alive.
Yeah.
I'm good.
We talked about Herrentag and how you get everybody gets wasted, loaded, all the guys. It's that German right to get drunk. And I thought, well, maybe kind of fight.
What did you do What did you guys do?
I had
just chill out.
Kinderbetreuung. I had to babysit. My wife's taking her exams right now in university.
Yeah.
So she's got crazy papers to write, and she's freaking out. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it. We did some bike riding, but nothing crazy.
It was nice weather.
It was amazing. That Thursday, unbelievable.
That was cool.
For this area of Germany, no rain, no mega wind. It was just nice and calm.
That was nice.
I should have had a lot more to drink than I did, but... How about you? You went camping, no?
Oh, we went camping on Friday. We wanted to spend the night there, but then we ended up, because we're just so close, we just came back at the house.
Staycation.
Yeah, we spent the whole day on the lake, which was cool. I had like a huge nap with my little baby girl.
Nice.
Slept like, I don't know. You know when you do those naps?
Yeah.
And you wake up, you're like, what the fuck? like you're in a total different dimension, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those. It's almost like where you have like these waves of like sleep, and then you come and you're like back, and then it's like I'm going back. I'm going right back, and you have and you know you're tired. Like for me at least, it just feels like you're like, and you can kind of like just feel your body just go deeper and deeper, and I woke up and Francis is like, nice, you know, and she gives like 3 hours. I was like, really?
Whoops,
felt like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But
feels like that.
I'll take the 3. That's cool. That's the part. That was the whole part about that day, just chilling out, and we hung out. We had the paddle boards out there, and or stand-up paddles, I guess you say.
Yeah.
And then we came back, and then it was because it rained. Because Saturday changed. It just changed.
Yeah.
So we knew that we're like, fuck it, we're not gonna stay out there. It's no fun to be out there with the children on the beach in the rain. So we went back home and. But on Father's Day, I was trying to grill with my smoker, and I have this replacement part right now. Just came.
All right.
So there's like this pin in the Traeger grills. It's called a hot rod.
Okay.
It's literally just a metal rod that's plugged in and it basically like it sits. You have like a kind of like a cylinder where the pellets from like from the hopper itself will be are like fed.
Okay.
And there's like a spiral kind of feeder. Exactly. And it feeds just the right amount of pellets onto this hot pin and ignites them and smokes them basically. So you have a little bit of a fire going, but it's a really controlled fire.
Okay.
And so, but what happened was the pin broke for some reason. It's like a $10 piece.
Shit.
You know? And so the starting process always takes about 10 minutes. So you just kind of let it do its thing. You hear the fan go and you hear like these little metal, you hear like the pellets coming out and kind of hitting the little metal thing at the bottom, like clink, 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 clink. Like, oh, it's working. So I go sit down, and then eventually, like after 7 or 8 minutes, I look over to the grill, and you'll see like a big, huge thing of smoke because it hits it. Like they say that pile kind of gets to about like like that much.
Okay.
And there's probably just like and then it finally like kind of ignites.
Yeah.
And so you have like it's normal. And I'm like, okay. And then it happened, and then it went down again. I'm like, what happened? It's gone again. So then the pin must have broken at that point, and so it just keeps feeding.
Oh no!
This wood thing's on there, and what happened was that ignited. I waited like another 5 or 6 minutes because I was just having a conversation with my buddy that was there,
and fueling the fire.
And and you just look. I looked over there again, and like another plume of smoke, which I was expecting not to be that. It just was like this huge white.
Oh no!
Fucking like, and the windows were all open in the house. Like the house still smells. Like barbecue. It smelled like the whole week.
New house, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's all like because the grill's like right next to the windows.
Oh,
and this is like you could just see like a layer of smoke at about like 4 feet high throughout the whole house. It's like yes, and so
success.
And then the other thing is like the timing wise, smoking takes like a good hour.
Yeah, I would say.
Or 2. Like it takes a good 30 minutes to get it warm. And if you want to just do like a quick grill session on it, then the total of it's like an hour and a half, I'd say. Maybe that's like the shortest round you can go. And we're going to just do drunken chicken. Do you do it?
Nice. I love jerk chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just going to throw the chicken
drunken
on there.
Chicken. Okay.
Yeah, like we put
the beer.
The beer in the butt.
Sweet.
Yeah. And yeah.
Was the meat in there before?
No.
Oh,
it was just the starting process.
But still.
And the thing is I thought I could save it. I'm like, well, then I'm sure it just... Because of all this process, I'm sure I didn't think that the pin was broken because I've never had that before. So I just thought
you're blowing on the embers.
Yeah, I had to wait. I waited for them to all stop, which happened faster than I was like, well, there's no way I can't vacuum that because you have to vacuum it up because all these pellets. There's just like a huge pile of pellets like in underneath. Like you had to take all the grill stuff out, and you see this whole thing, and there was just an anthill. And I'm like, well, I can't scoop those out. So I got gloves, and I had like welder gloves, and pull them all out, and then I vacuumed it all out. And I'm like, oh, let's do it again, And it fucking happened again.
Oh, no.
It didn't light up anymore.
Okay.
So I was just like, I spent like good 2 hours just trying to get my grill to work. And so by the time I put the actual drunken chicken in the real oven and the normal oven, because I realized it was like the end of the night,
Yeah.
It's like this typical thing where you call up the customer service and you ruined my Father's Day because my grill doesn't work.
Call them on a Friday. There was somebody there?
No, I didn't call
okay.
them. I figured it's like the first thing you have to check, this pin, I guess. It's a kind of an initiation for me to get into this whole smoking, the Traeger grill, and it's supposed to be like the best smoker and has obviously a lot of working parts when it comes to grills, but it's only like 3 things. You have like the fan. If the fan doesn't work, that's a problem. But you can hear it. So but it can get stuck like really easily. It's kind of like a computer fan almost.
Okay.
And you got the feeder that can get clogged. So you have to kind of like reverse it back and forth. There's a little button. Anyway, it's so yummy. It's like worth it. But I kind of got the whole rolled eyes from my guests.
I was just gonna say, you're in Germany. You're an American guy. You've got this. It sounds like pioneering technology. Not a lot of people know about. Want to try the drunken chicken. Your wife is probably hungry as hell. How is it? You're the only American in the crew of Germans, and they're like, hit it, Remington. And then you're like, oh. It's not a fail. You saved the day, it sounds like. But
no,
how does that go for you? Do you feel like a lot of stress?
No, but you know,
that's cool.
No, it wasn't that big of a deal. Actually, we didn't have that. We only had Anna is like the only person that watches this live. So Anna, thank you for the tips, by the way. Anna, if you're watching this, he gave us a couple tips.
Okay.
About the videos that were like we had a little, and the audio last time with the live with the
GoPro.
Yeah. So by the way, if anybody watches this part, we're working on that. Like I ordered from Blackmagic like a switch that's got 4 video inputs and audio.
Okay.
And you can switch between all 4 of those. Right now we have just the Roland, what is it, the VH2?
Yeah, Roland V02 HD.
V02 HD. It's a just 2-channel switcher.
Okay.
And I got the audio output from the mixer going straight into that, so you have like a separate audio channel, which is cool. But then if you want to do the GoPro, I just bought because the thing is, this Blackmagic thing it is what it is. I think it's like $360 or something. It's pretty expensive.
Okay.
But like as far as video production goes, it's super, like, price is really good. And he was like, why don't you guys just have one of those? I was like, yeah, because I went online to look for one, and they're all sold out. Like we have like a 10-week waiting.
Oh no!
Just because they're so badass, and everyone's like, podcasting is just exploding right now. And this mini, it's called from Blackmagic, the mini something, Mini Pro.
It's the must-have.
Yeah, Mini something Pro. Blackmagic. Mini Pro. The ATEM Mini Pro. Okay, it's a little bit more than $300.
$8.
Yeah,
7.
Yeah. But that's like, as far as prices go, you have to say that it seems expensive.
You get what you pay for.
Well, yeah,
and then some.
And this one has like, it converts all of the video feeds to HD. Like, it'll put everything on. That's the problem right now that we have. Like, if you switch between these 2 cameras, like you have it's just crazy. I never understood. I never realized that you could just. Obviously there's people that study just that, right?
Yeah.
You put like the 1080 interlaced or progressive into the. Yeah, so what's the difference between interlaced and progressive? Okay, whatever. There is a difference, and if you put like that, we were trying to put that on this webcaster, which is the live feed that we're doing right now.
Yep.
It'll do it no problem, but I can't get it to go into Wirecast, which is my software for recording this and not doing it live, just recording it on the hard drive, which the webcaster can't do. Like, you can't, so like you can't have you know what I mean? So you have to, if you wanted like the hard version of this, like if you wanted the file from this live, we'd have to go to Facebook or to Twitch and then download it from there after the fact.
Forget it, yeah.
And then it's only downloaded in like 720p, which isn't HD. And it's just like, holy cow, man, it's a 2020.
Seriously.
Like, just give me the HD video.
Honestly.
And put it online. And then, you would just think,
that's
like, click.
Yeah.
Like, it started all back. I told you the beginning, like, just even putting like an HDMI cable. I was like, this comes out of my camera. I just put it into my computer, right?
Hell yeah. I would.
They're like, no, that's an output. Like, so you can't put an input in. Or even you and me messing with the cables. Like this cable has
these HDMI cables.
These HDMI cables are directional.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. No, not all of them. I guess it's just these ones because they're so long. So like, you have source and then you have display.
Oh, the heck.
So like I would just without knowing what I was doing, I just plugged them in, and I'm like, why isn't the TV working? And then like 3 weeks later, we'd do something else, and 3 weeks later it would work because I'd like by randomly taking the cable and put it in a different way. I'd be like, what is the problem here? Until I realized it says it on there. It's like display, source. All right. Oh, I guess that one's for the display and that one's for the source.
Oh, crazy! Wow.
It's just shit like that where you're just like,
honestly,
you get it. It's almost like you have to get that book, the Video Production for Dummies book or something. It probably is all in the first chapter.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in German in this country though. So
yeah, but even that, like Just look at all that shit.
It's looking good.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like the fourth version of our cable. You can't see it on the GoPro, but
The German word for that
it's
Kabelsalat.
Kabelsalat.
But it's ordentlich.
What would you, I would say, cable management. Kabelverwaltung. There's the HD version. Hey, buddy.
Eric's like buried under cables.
Yeah.
Open wiring.
I was thinking about doing that, just kind of doing a little show or not a show, but just kind of talking about like what we use. As far as like even this stuff here, this is all copied from Joe Rogan. Like a lot of stuff, but these microphones,
Okay.
the Shure microphones, they're just awesome.
Sure, yeah, industry standard.
Just whisper into the ears.
Broadcaster. Quality.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan deal. $100 million. The guy's putting traditional or mainstream media on its ass.
Yeah.
And coming out on top. He's
Yeah.
got a
50 million.
Mike Tyson interview. He just had an Elon Musk interview.
So I mean,
He's running stuff.
They're all just gonna go from his show to this show,
Naturally.
and then, the rest, just like that. You snapping at me? If you want my attention, that's all you gotta do. Just snap at me. I'm there for you, buddy.
Yeah, just gone just like that.
Just like that.
And boom, there he
P-Town is the epicenter of the world.
It's hell yeah.
will be.
Okay,
East side.
It will. Yeah, it's
East
true.
side.
It's like the gold rush time before the gold rush hit.
Seriously.
Okay, here, let's check this out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see what this does.
The box. Icebreaker box.
All right, one for you. All
right.
They might not be good, so you have to just be ready to change. You go first.
Me. All right.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Have you been told you look like someone famous? Who was it?
Yeah. The guy from Avatar. What's that dude's name?
The blue guy?
Yeah. The Avatar version, not the. No, what's his name? I don't know. Or that guy from Sliders. They always say that guy kind of. I got more wrinkles than both of those guys combined, but besides that,
there was a guy I used to through my DJ tours. I'd be running around the country, and people would be like, "You look just like that guy."
yeah,
And I'm like, I had no TV, but it was some guy in some commercial.
yeah,
And apparently a spitting image of me.
yeah.
And I have to turn around like, no, he looks like me because I think I'm actually older than that guy,
I was first.
basically.
Exactly.
So, but I don't have any idea who that guy's name is. I'd love to punch him up, but
Yeah.
how about you?
Yeah. What's his name from Avatar? The I forget his name too.
The director?
No, James Cameron. I think was the
Yeah.
director. Yeah. The Avatar. Just do IMDb or something. Or Cast, whatever. Yeah. Cast. There you go, Sam Worthington.
Oh, serious?
He's definitely better looking than me. I love it when people say that you look like a certain person, and that
Thank
person's just like
That's
way better
nice.
looking than you.
You know what's weird is
That's kind of there, but I definitely have like a crazier nose, and he's probably smaller than me though. I'm like, why are actors always like 4 feet tall? Is he? I don't know how tall he is. No, he's definitely better looking.
wow.
Yeah, I could do that face maybe. The whole
Yeah.
I'm a cowboy. And the other guy is from put in Sliders IMDb. He actually more looks like if they had a baby, that's what I would look like. This
Sliding out as
Sliders.
the baby.
That dude. Yeah. No, see that Worthington way more. That guy. Yeah. He's like me in
Who
the
is that dude?
Yeah, do you remember that guy? Like you have to look at the pictures or something.
What happened to him? Yeah, he like disappeared.
Can you just go to the IMDb?
Why do we get roast beef sandwiches in this feed? What's going on?
Man, Eric gets all nervous when he's Googling.
Sliders, IMDb.
No, he doesn't.
BD.
IMDb. Jesus Christ, bro. Just click on it.
Jerry O'Connell?
Yeah,
John
Jerry
Rhys
O'Connell,
Davies?
yeah.
I don't know. Is that him?
Yeah. There you go,
Just a
Jerry. Just
trailer.
do it. Just click Jerry O'Connell a second.
Nice.
Oh, open it.
Oh.
See, again, better looking.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, he's from the film.
Where they're kids.
Yeah, Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Awesome. That was him with the gun, huh?
There you go. Just do some photos of him. Yeah, he's definitely better looking. I love that though. Thank you. I look like a Remington version.
Stud.
Of those guys. That's what I always get when someone's trying to compliment me. So my question to you is, what's your dream job if money didn't matter?
Oh my God, you're doing it. You are living the dream.
This is it. Huh?
I think. No, I don't know. I
for
want to
you.
answer for you.
For me?
Yeah. What's?
No, for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Shit, man. I don't know.
That's supposed to be for you.
Dream job?
Yeah.
I
being on this podcast.
It's fucked up. I was a kid. I thought, I've got great eyesight. I still, not anymore, but I was wanting to be a fighter pilot, jet fighter pilot.
Seriously,
that was my dream. Yeah,
no joke.
I really want to do that.
What did your parents say to that?
Like, don't go in the military and it'll change you, and they break you down and they build you up. And I thought, well, you get to fly though. You get to.
Yeah, you get to be.
I don't think they beat the shit out of you. Yeah, pilots, they gotta.
Yeah, if you go in with that's what my my papa always said to me. Just go in with a degree.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
Well, it was just his opinion, but you could work your way up, and you can even get a degree in there and do that whole way too. Like they pay for your college.
Yeah.
You just got to bust your shit, right?
Seriously.
That's no joke. Like you fucking. That's the thing that always kind of kept me. Honestly, like I try to say that like I didn't like the idea of someone controlling me or whatever. But the truth of it was probably I just didn't want to go in there and just get my ass kicked for 7 months straight. I think what's the basic? How long is basic?
8 months. I forgot.
Yeah. I mean it's gotta do what you gotta do.
Did you have junior ROTC at your school, high school? And they had it at ours too. And I'd be like, I don't have anything to do with those guys. I don't know. Not that I was snobby, but I was like, really?
Yeah, it just seemed like too straight edge,
Were you a Boy Scout?
Yeah.
You were? Okay. I wasn't, but
that was cool. My mom just showed me a picture of a mug that I actually bought her in summer camp.
No
and it has
kidding.
Like the We Below logo on there. And it's still good. Like the logo hasn't even, coffee mugs, they always lose their logos after like 2 years maximum.
At least, yeah.
And it's,
bulletproof.
Yeah.
We Below for
It's
life.
like
That's
25
cool.
years old and it's still good.
You gonna show your son?
Yeah, well, he doesn't really know what that is. He doesn't know what any of that stuff is. I actually just showed Franzi, and because she knows the whole Boy Scout thing. That's kind of cool, right? Like the idea of going out and learning how to live.
Yeah.
Or you just shoot an arrow, bone arrow, start a fire. These basic survival skills.
Yeah, self-sufficiency and just teamwork. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of it. It's actually not just being by yourself, but depending on your friends. And then we learned to swim. You had like these swim tests, which is in Germany similar. I think you have like a certain thing that you have to do. But it was
system.
It was it was always crazier that you were in the lake instead of just being in a pool, right? So being in a lake has that extra level of swimming without the security net of being able to touch the bottom or whatever. Then I felt like that. That's still like that. If you ever like out in the middle of the lake and you're really swimming, you're
that's
like,
a little different.
I don't want to get tired,
Yeah.
Have that whole.
They have that like, pontoon like 50 yards out. You don't want to exceed that, or
you can swim.
There's no net, dude.
Yeah, you just kind of do like this little easy swim instead of really doing the breaststroke where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna breaststroke it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you just be like, well, I'll take it easy.
Frogs, yeah,
because you can do that for hours. Right?
Yeah,
just like treading water.
What did so Franzi's reaction to you as a scout? Because in the East Germany, they had like that. I guess from what I was told by my mother-in-law, she's like, oh, we used to. Well, the system would use that as like a springboard for people to go into the army. It was used as a direct step, and I was like, oh shit,
Pioneer, no?
Yeah, like a political tool. I thought, oh well, I don't think the Weeblos are like that, but I thought, well, maybe
it is.
It is.
If you go up to Eagle Scout level,
I
think you could go straight into there was a certain level of like you get so high you could go straight into military school.
Okay.
Right out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, but
I had no clue. Yeah.
To get to can you Google Eagle Scout? Oh yeah, Jerry O'Connell was in the movie with that guy. The German. Can you do it in English, please, sir? It's the second one right there. There you go. Is the highest achievement of rank attainable.
4% get that after a lengthy review process.
requirements include earning at least 21 merit badges. Eagle Scout must demonstrate scout spirit. Yeah. An ideal attitude based upon the scout oath and law, service, and leadership. This includes an extensive service project that the scout plans, organizes, leads, and manages. See, that's badass.
Yeah.
Eagle Scouts are presented with a medal and a badge that visibly recognizes accomplishment of the scout. Additional recognition can be earned through Eagle Palms, awarded by completing additional 10-year leadership and merit badge. Those who have earned the rank of Eagle Scout also become eligible, although not required, to join the National Eagle Scout Association. Can you go down a little bit? One more. Eagle Scout, more. Camping, citizenship, down. Development, more palms, more insignia, medal. Kind of keep going. I wanted to see something where the
military.
Yeah. After adult Eagle Scouts here, the list of Eagle Scouts is extensive.
Wow.
Can you go down a little bit more? No. Oh, there you go. There's some. Steven Spielberg is an Eagle Scout.
Oh, nice. Bloomberg.
Neil Armstrong.
All
Well,
right.
fuck.
No joke. Rex Tillerson. Haven't seen him in a while. U.S. Navy SEALs. Astronauts.
That's kind of funny.
Wow.
That Steven Spielberg.
No kidding. Achiever. I just.
It was a lot of work.
I guess my wife telling me about stuff like, oh, well, what we used to do in East Germany is what I thought was like innocent and Boy Scouts, and I didn't think of it as like a patriotic tool to recruit for the military. That's the way it was openly seen here. Like, oh yeah, if you wore that scout, the East German scouting uniform, you were guaranteed like a spot in like the Stasi or the army. Like, oh fuck, that kind of ruins the whole thing for you. I thought it was for fun and, like you said, like self-awareness, what do you say? Just learn how to camp, survive.
Yeah, but I think that was probably the only thing that I ever appealed to me, was the ability to, like, even the military. That was the only thing that ever appealed to me in the military, was to be able to be out there and to like know that, to kind of like even read a map.
Oh yeah,
Like,
self-sufficiency. Oh my god, yeah.
Just try to take like, I couldn't do it right now. I couldn't take a compass, open up a map with the what do you call it, the type of map that is like
topo map.
A topo map where you just have the land on there. I mean, we could probably read the heights.
Yeah.
But like to say, okay, you have to triangulate yourself, right?
And follow the sun, or I don't know.
Yeah,
the compass.
And then the compass has like these marks on there that kind of tell you. So so when you say like how many clicks, then you always hear in the movies.
Clicks. 2 clicks.
It's gonna be 3 clicks. So you're like, fuck, man, 3 clicks. 3 clicks. It's gonna take us until sundown. You know? Yeah. It's like downtown 1, downtown 2. Do you copy?
Delta Bravo.
Delta Bravo. Yeah, the
WTF.
The WTF. What do you call the pickup zone is 3 clicks, and you've got bogeys in between. You know.
I need 20 mic here and cases.
Yeah. Or I remember going hiking with a fire guy. Like, this is out to my buddy Joseph Lewis. What's up, dude? Hopefully he's going to be able to come out here because of Frog Lakes. We have a concert we want to go to see. Nice. The pizza pie.
Okay.
You know these guys. Come on, I'm drawing a blank.
I'm trying to work with you, man.
Drawing a blank. No, it's the System of the Down.
Oh, you see it? That's right. They're on tour again.
Yeah, they're in
Berlin.
Right. Well,
September. When are they playing?
No, July. We're not going to be able to go. Frog Lakes. But
fire guy.
Exactly. We had this guy that was working in the California fires. Like, there's always such a crazy fire season.
Oh my God, yeah.
I remember just going hiking with him once in Tahoe, and Joseph and I had been hiking a lot at that time, and Joe had always been more like in the forest than me. So I was, out of the 3, by far the slowest. And we had like a whole bunch of water with us for whatever reason, which is the worst to carry that much water.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not really portable.
It's not, with like big gallons of water. It's like, there's a lake right there, bro. Just drink out of the lake.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit? But no, I am drinking my bottled water with me. No, but we were going, and Joe and I both made the same mistake. Like, we kind of wanted to get over there. It's like
3 clicks.
Bird's eye view. No, it wasn't even far. It was just like you could see like the rocks that we're on and the rocks over there, and in between it was like a whole bunch of brush. And all of a sudden, homeboy's gone, Well, I don't know. We don't know where he went. So we're like wading through these like deep brushes, like these sticks basically. And we're just trying to like, and it takes us like good 45 minutes and all of your energy, you know, we get over there and he's sitting over there waiting for us. Like
Dude.
he waited for us for like 30 minutes, you know, it took him like 10 minutes to go and we're like, he's like, yeah, what?
Where's my water?
Yeah. You guys get the water? Because he just,
I'm thirsty.
he just went down.
Yeah.
And just went back up.
Thanks.
Like he just took that a V down and V back up, and so you could just tell that like he had like a whole other view of the mountain when he's out there. You know, it's almost like it was like he was in the Matrix compared to us, right? He could just see the code of the landscape.
Yeah.
Because he's just there. He lives there. That's his spot. You know,
Nice.
And when he's doing it, he said when he's out there like fighting fires, they've got just, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's a rough job.
Zero visibility and smoke everywhere.
And just like weight and like a whole bunch of just hardcore situations. So you have to, I guess, just know.
Why wouldn't you want to know that? Yeah. So you go to the Army. I mean, that sounds like an awesome.
Exactly. That was kind of like I always was envious of that part of it, you know. She still calls me.
You guys talking about me again? I told you about the Boy Scouts, right?
Talk, please, guys. Yes, honey.
So, Boy Scouts. Was you in these Scouts? Were you in the Scouts or any kind of like organization where?
I think in Germany there isn't anything anymore like
No.
Boy Scouts where you can go and learn how to start a fire on your own. Or
And the Bundeswehr? Did you ever have interest to join the German army?
Nah, I'm not that. I think I have to gain like how much? 20, 30, 50,
you're almost
60
there.
pounds and then
Hang out with us, dude. We'll buck you up.
yeah, that would be nice, but I'm pretty what's it
Say it in German.
faul?
Foul? I was lazy. But yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
when it comes to things like go out and do something for yourself.
Yeah.
So like running or take a bike and do something.
I can't blame you. I think when I thought the same like you, maybe go into the military after college, do my degree and get like an officer thing going on. And then you hit college and you're like, it's foul. I was lazy. I didn't want to.
But
Girls and music and drinking, that kind of takes priority over like serving your country, I thought.
yeah, and this whole serving your country thing. So I think, yeah, it's I don't know. I have a good friend of mine who's in the Bundeswehr, and she says, don't do it, because she's unhappy with it. Doesn't mean everybody is unhappy or it's everywhere it's the same, but she says, yeah, it's not that anymore what she first, it's not that. Fuck it.
Just say it in German. We understand you.
Ja, es ist nicht mehr so wie damals so. Sind viele Leute rein, die jetzt einfach so nur ja, dafür's Geld sind so und das an sich jetzt unterqualifizierte Vollidioten sind und die Bundeswehr nimmt die mit Kussern so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get good people in there, you know, but I think like I see the other side of it too, you know. I see like guys that don't. What if you don't have another idea? You don't really know what you want to do yet. You're trying something out, but you need money. You got to get out of the house. Just living at home with your mom at some point is kind of like, oh,
yeah,
there's a certain age where you're like, dude, I'm 24 years old. Like, I got like girlfriends and I want to go partying, but my mom's like, don't come home and be so loud at night. You know, it's just like, fuck this. I'm just going to go to the military. I get some cash and whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like at least I could go for that.
Yeah.
If you have like a support system and you have a family that's there for you that can like step up and be like, all right, you know, we're going to pay for you to go do that. Like, even to go to college, like you got to get an apartment.
Seriously,
it's like even though it's cheap in Germany, like as far as going to school, which is amazing that you can go to like really good universities for pay compared to the United States, where it's like you're taking out loans for
loans.
Yeah, taking out a loan on your house for $250,000, $400,000, just to get a 4-year degree. You don't have to do that, but you do have to still pay for your apartment and pay for a car maybe to get back and forth, or you got to pay for your food. Or you got to eat. I would say you need about $800 a month just sitting around just to kind of go to school, right? Which is, like, where does it come from?
Seriously.
And if you're just gonna not take it seriously anyway, which some kids do too, they get that all handed to them and they don't even do anything with it, They just like flunk out, and
I know.
There's a mix. I'm a hybrid. I like both sides of it. I like the idea of doing your own thing and like just making shit out of nothing.
Yeah,
you don't need to have
MacGyver.
You don't need to have a degree to be smart or to do anything with your life these days. You can do anything. You don't need to have a 4-year degree and be like blah blah blah. But also getting one is kind of like proving to the world that like that's not easy either.
Yeah,
I think that's
half
more
the
about
battle.
Yeah,
you need that little gold star to show the 50% of the haters. Like, all right, let him in. He can talk the talk.
Or like even this like this idea of like coming up from nothing and just busting your ass.
Yeah.
Like, and then proving to like when you have that job that you fucking hate.
Yeah.
But not quitting it though.
Yeah.
Not quitting the job because you hate it. But like doing it every fucking day and still like trying to figure out what you're going to do next. Mm-hmm. And then when you finally get to that point where you're like, fuck this job.
Yeah.
and you have like the next thing set up for yourself.
Seriously. Yeah.
When you make that
springboard.
When you make it out of that, like no one can ever take that shit away from you.
Yeah, true.
And I think it's the same thing about going to school. Like when Franzi finished her, I never finished school, so I can just interview. I can just live through Franzi in this life. Like just seeing her, I did this 18-month program. Right, it's the same kind of thing.
You went through hell,
but like just to see Franzi do the 5 years, like just going like driving. We had the kid, then we had Tristan, and she's like driving every day back and forth because she wanted to be at home at night with the baby. And I'm like, I got the baby on the teat and giving the baby the little teat that I have.
You were.
And Franzi was very helpful, thankful to that. But then to like, take off the mommy hat, get back in the car, and for her to go every day. No one can ever take that from her. No. She can always be like, I fucking threw it down. I made it happen. It was like just so much learning.
I bet.
And remembering what you learned, and
that's even more. I'd have to respect that more because it's not just like doing your commute, coming home, studying, taking your tests online or whatever. I think go back to school. Yeah. You got a family. You got a husband who needs his wife. And
I need my wife too.
And the kid. It's Tristan's in there. He needs his attention and TLC, and it's like, oh my gosh, she must have been going all cylinders like for 5 years, full bore. Like,
I think, but Tristan came around like the second year. Yeah, so like the last 3, like 4.5, 3 years, 4 years. Like there's 1 year where you're just in the pharmacy working the whole year. Well, that was kind of chill. Then it was like,
oh, thank God,
coming back to. But then she had to do state exams at the end of that. So that was kind of, you know what it's like. Your wife's going through testing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and just like. There's something about this discipline of just being able to focus on a thing. I mean, there's all these different ways to do it. And I remember just like trying to think of, there was like this house thing where you build a house in your mind, and then each room is like a subject, or like each room is like part of it. Or like the house is the subject, and then each room is like just to kind of memorize shit. I remember just getting to like the first room, I mean, like, okay, in this room is like Buchhaltung, like accounting, and then in the accounting there's like the Grundsatz Ordnungsgemäße Buchhaltung, like GOB, and then it's like, okay, wait a minute, so that was it. It was like 2 things.
It up, yeah. Wow.
And I remember Franzi could probably just have like a 15-room mansion, for each book that she had, and it was just there's some people have that. Some people have like this type of memory that's
awesome.
Yeah, not me.
Expats out there listening to us.
Expats.
We're living in Germany. We're talking about the Army for a little bit. I wanted to ask that question of you because here we are. We're like not captives at all, but if we wanted to, if like a war broke out in Poland and Germans were going over there, we could go to the embassy and get evac'd out of here, I guess, probably with our families.
I don't know. I never asked that question before. It's a good question.
Do you feel ever like vulnerable? Like, Putin's acting up and like, and he's doing military maneuvers and he's getting the Warsaw Pact back together and the band's starting up and Germany's like really nervous, start pumping more money into their national defense. We're right on the border with Poland out here.
Yeah.
You never feel, I never get jittery like, oh shit, what if a war breaks out? But my family members in the U.S. are always like, come on back, things are getting crazy over there. Like, what? Really? I didn't know. What story are you watching? But
I don't know. That's a good for me now, but it's probably because I don't have any external input really. It's not.
Maybe it's for the better. I mean,
we'll see. I mean, being prepared. I remember being prepared for frog legs. That really ruined a lot of. Like, I had a good 3 week zone where I was like, just And then now going back and just realizing that there was a lot of wasted energy there.
Oh damn! All right.
But you don't know. Like, you don't know, right? That's the thing about preparing.
Better
right?
be
This whole
prepared.
preppers thing and
Eagle Scout, be prepared.
Eagle Scout, be prepared. And so, at what point is being prepared? Like, how much do you need to? Do you need to have like a bunker that's 3 month bunker with like or do you the escape plan probably would be extreme? I think to imagine that we would have to actually jump on to get to the embassy.
For God forbid. I'm thinking just
like if it comes down to that, we got some issues. And then I just noticed how with the frog legs, how you couldn't even leave your state.
True. Yeah. All lockdown.
So
nobody's going anywhere today.
Yeah, and that was just a virus. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I guess I never felt threatened. I never thought about. I think some German brought it to my attention, like, oh, it would be a joke if Russia actually entered the borders, and I was like, wow, you'd give them hell because I love like German tanks. I've always made the best tanks, and I guess if I wasn't going to be a fighter pilot, I want to be a tank driver or something, tank commander.
Yeah, my buddy Koshi was in that. He's
serious?
Some cool stories. Yeah,
I
just imagine driving that. Fucker.
Oh my god, 120 mil, like boom,
and they're so heavy, right?
Yeah,
I never realized how heavy they were.
Oh, they're massive. They're
like,
just scary.
We Googled that the other day. When did we Google that?
The Leopards?
Yeah.
The German Leopard tanks?
Yeah, like do the heavy, type in Google the heaviest tank.
Yeah, no joke. Germany makes good military
I don't know if it was
hardware.
I don't know if it was a Russian one or a German one.
And I thought, we'll give the Russians hell if they try to pull that, because and the guys were actually in the Bundeswehr before. They said, no, the Russians would make a joke out of us. They would just roll through us. I thought, are you serious? Germany? Here we are, NATO power. Maybe that's how it would fall down. Hopefully not.
Do the YouTube video from the. Sorry, buddy.
No, it's good.
That one.
Oh shit! Nice. Can everybody else see this? No.
The 10 heaviest tanks ever built.
Did you know that the M1A2 Abrams main battle tank, produced by General Dynamics Land Systems, has a combat weight of 63 tons, making it the heaviest tank currently in operational service?
Serious?
63 tons.
It's got the reactive armor all over the place.
Speed of 68 kilometers per hour, but this tank does not even qualify for the top 10 heaviest tank list.
Oh.
There were a lot of other heavier tanks.
Come on, give me the heaviest tank, man.
Commonly called the super heavy tanks. They are notably beyond the standard length of 10.
There you go, the mouse.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
188 tons, bro.
Yeah, nuts.
188 tons, 1944.
The gun on that thing was like, I think 128 millimeter, which is like the biggest flat gun they had. They'd lob those things at
the Panzer
monsters.
8 mouse.
Mouse.
I love how they call it the mouse.
Yeah. Huh?
And then in the middle is a French one. Is it French? And then the third one's another German one.
Yeah, honestly.
The Panzer E100 at 140 tons.
Much smaller.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Germany's always mad badass tanks. And even in fourth grade, you'd be drawing drawings of the Tiger. And you thought, the Germans, they know what's going on. So when I came here, and we have some barracks nearby, that shooting range out in
Torgalo?
Yeah. And Spessberg, is that Spessberg?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a big military shooting range. They do their maneuvers, and the Americans were there recently. I thought, fuck yeah, Some German tanks going to hear.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear the guns. They're firing it up.
Americans, fuck yeah. Gonna save the world. We're fucking really cool, yeah. Do you remember that shit? They fly out of Mount Rushmore.
Fucking hilarious.
And what was the dude that they made fun of with the fat dude that made all these documentaries against like Bowling Columbine?
Roger Moore. Moore.
Roger Moore. Yeah. And he had like a mustache. And then Matt Damon.
Eric, can you do this? America, fuck yeah.
Yeah, what was the name of that movie? It was called America. Look how he spells it. I love it. I love it.
Don't change, Eric. It's good.
It's not gonna work.
Fuck yeah.
America, like United States of America. America. No.
There we go. This is America.
Search United States of America and then America.
Fuck yeah.
No, I can't follow.
Fuck.
Check it out. There you go. You got it.
The F-bomb.
What was the name of the movie? Team America, exactly. That was the name of the movie. Matt Damon.
Nice.
It's so fake. Fuck yeah.
It does look like Damon
the
too.
Boys or whatever. That's how it makes me go fast. Yeah, that was the sign for if everything is if everything's like going bad, you have to make this sign. He's got this fake ass hair all over his face. Muhammad Ali.
Fuck yeah.
Samuel
Jackson. Seriously. And Matt Damon. Boom. Blow up the pyramids.
Kim Jong-un.
The internet.
Dude, I gotta watch that movie again.
Yeah.
Look how they fight.
Nice.
The puppet fight.
Slick. Boom.
Oh yeah, that's how it all started. The Panama Canal got it. They bombed
really?
the
Oh
Panama.
man. The Louvre.
Fuck yeah, the Louvre. And she was like a psychopath with the purple, with the pink pants. Oh jeez, it goes like, fuck yeah. And then in Mount Rushmore,
Nice.
that was where their base was. And then Michael Moore.
Oh right,
He came in there.
Roger Moore.
And he Roger Moore was from 007.
Yeah.
And he came in there and fucking bombed their secret getaway, hideaway there, and there. That's where he killed himself there.
Oh wow.
Blah. World Police.
All right, yeah, I've got to see it.
You've never seen that?
No, I got to see it. I knew the song, but
oh, dude, such a great.
It's like
movie.
our theme song. We should do that.
America. Fuck yeah.
Do we get demonetized if we grab that?
We can make our own version of it, but sometimes if it gets too close, maybe. We'll see. I'll tell you if that part of the section got demonetized. Or we just have to go to Spotify. I'm looking forward to Spotify because what happens is the Joe Rogan show, when he goes to Spotify, they're going to bring out a video version, which they don't yet have for podcasts or for movies or whatever they're doing. They're going to do a video service on Spotify.
All right.
So they don't have that now. You can only just do the audio version of your podcast. But once he's up, I'm sure it'll be open to everybody else.
Yep.
Well, hopefully. And then we could also, it would be interesting to see how they deal with different types of rights. And like maybe they'll deal with it. Hopefully they deal with it differently than YouTube. You would think they would. Otherwise, why would Joe make the jump?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's part of his reason besides money.
A little more creative freedom, a little more less limitations. I don't know.
Yeah, like he's kind of alluded to it a couple of times where like we can't put like that kind of stuff, or whenever we do music and stuff like that. I wonder if you have stuff on Spotify, like maybe they won't shut you down. because they have the licenses on Spotify already.
Yeah, or some looser agreements that
Like they have a digital content, licensing. They have it set up.
Yeah.
Obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be able to do all. That's all they do now. So I
Yeah.
wonder if you, as a creator, could be part of that.
you think YouTube would have that
Would have that too.
a little bit more friendly
Yeah.
than it is. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice to see that. I get it. I get the other side of the coin too. That like these people created, like if you and I created an original song,
sure,
and it was like took us,
years,
whatever it takes to create
millions,
lots of writing, and we finally figured out, and it just hits the charts. And we're like, yeah. And then you see like some other guy just like post it on YouTube and get all the money for it. You would be pissed about that
sure,
too.
yeah.
So I get that, the flip side of it. I just think that with Joe, it was more the way that the picture was being painted sometimes with him. Like sometimes he would, I don't know if he could like feel like that he couldn't say certain things.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like if you said the wrong thing.
Yeah, he's got to
Like
watch what he
if you would go
says.
too much to the right or too much to the left, or like the algorithm will take the things that you're saying and kind of radicalize you. There was like this whole study. I didn't really get into that, but I remember I was typing that in kind of about Joe, and then it was like it came up to this other article or like these studies where they say that YouTube, the algorithm can tend to radicalize you because it pins you in this corner, and like your recommendations in YouTube kind of are like an echo chamber.
Okay.
Like, right? So you only, like if you're in a Joe Rogan guy, I'm a Joe Rogan. So like everything that you see in your YouTube feed
In a spiral.
it's just kind of going to be like the fighter and the kid, like which I think, and I like it, so it doesn't bother me, but I have to admit it becomes kind of all of the guys, they have the same ideas, and
Okay.
eventually you kind of create like this, you hear these, and that's what you put in your
Good
brain.
point, yeah.
So when someone comes from the right and starts talking about something that's totally out of this, you might kind of be
bubble.
like, hey, well, Joe
Yeah.
Rogan and the guys, they don't think that.
True, true.
But I don't know.
Good point.
I just I definitely agree with a lot of stuff he says, so I have to be careful of that. Like maybe I start to.
Didn't think of that. We talked a little bit about that or something similar on the podcast where there was those two girls from New York City, and apparently they started to outgrow the platform. And apparently one of the girls' boyfriends works for some CBS or something like that, and he was apparently shopping for a better deal.
Yeah.
So I guess there's some background to why they went dark, but some of the speculation was that although the platform worked, the podcast, they basically outgrew their channel.
Yeah.
And they couldn't say certain things, and they started to have that like
That's what it
limitation. Maybe it happened to Joe Rogan as well.
I didn't hear it at the beginning. Were they on YouTube?
Yeah, they're bloggers. I forgot what they were called. Shit, we had it on our
So did they
paper
leave?
last
Did
week.
they leave YouTube as well?
They went dark.
They just went dark. They just turned
They
it off.
just stopped, and they had some kind of illusory Twitter feed stuff like, it would be nice if we could do this, and nothing happened.
But
They're missing show spots, and they're saying like every episode they're missing like $60,000 per episode that they could be making, but they're just for some reason contract renegotiation. I don't know.
So like they weren't. So you think that maybe YouTube from the back is kind of saying, hey, you guys need to.
I left my notes at home on that. I should have brought them with me. We kind of talked about it as far as the power of podcasts. I thought that was cool.
Let's hit that up next time. Let's
we'll
go back.
revisit
Let's
it.
go
Yes,
into it,
maybe they're back on the air. I don't know.
Yeah, because it'd be interesting to try and see if you could find out what the reason is for someone like was it was like a Dave Chappelle thing? Was it a freewheeling thing where they're like, screw you guys, we're out of here, we don't need the money? Or was it more like, did they get pressure from
There's some exec involved.
Yeah.
And apparently some of the fans are hating on the boyfriend of one of the girls.
Yeah.
And like, they call him the suit or the man in the suit.
Because he's trying to work him a deal.
Yeah, get the suit out of the way and we can continue with what we want. So some hating going on, even though...
that makes sense. Like the dude's the guy that he's trying to make the money for him or whatever. And
I thought it was cool because here we are too. And we could like do just like they do. Like talk about our life in Pazivok, how fast paced it is, and our sex lives, and dating, and
I don't know if two guys talk about sex lives is going to be
It's not
two chicks are way better.
Yeah.
My buddy always said that to me, like when we were on like a naked beach. I remember being like, as an American, it was hard for me when I first went to Mexico, and I was like, dude, so what do? You just take off your shorts? And he's like, you don't have to. And I was like, okay. But so he's like, Remington, most of the time, not Americans, most of the time, like the person that owns the beach is a dude. So like girls walking around naked, no problem. Guys walking around naked, not welcome.
Sausage party, not welcome.
The owner of the beach is a man. So, but I guess
good to know.
The thing was like women are beautiful and they can talk about sex. It's great. But when two guys sit there and talk about sex, it's like, I don't know. I mean, especially like two married dudes are like, oh yeah, man.
Dude, last night.
Damn.
That was hot.
How many kids? 4 kids? Yeah, I got 3 kids right on, bro.
On that topic, nude beaches, Germany.
Yeah, awesome.
East Germany, we got that, what they call FKK culture, which if you're coming into Germany, watch out. If you got an FKK beach.
Yeah.
Eric, what's FKK stand for again?
Free body culture.
Yeah, it looks like something
culture.
nasty. FKK, going to the FK beach.
Yeah, and it's always the same beach where the dogs are allowed.
Cool.
Because it's like the
dogs are naked.
The quiet beach. Dogs are naked too.
Have you done this? You done the FKK?
Yeah.
How was it? Your first time?
Funny.
Did you have kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny.
Yeah?
To say the least.
Did you have to go naked?
Yeah.
You let it all hang out?
I had to. we got busted too. Like
What?
Yeah, so we were there with a group of friends. Let's tell the story. I got to go there, of course. Marco. There with a group of friends, and we right where we come out onto the beach is where this beach was. So we didn't want to walk and do the whole we just wanted to go straight to the beach, jump in the water, and then kind of take off again. It was like a short beach event to begin with, right?
All right.
So the beach that we ended up on was the naked beach, and Tristan, my boy, was like, let's go, I was like, well, he's obviously got no problem with it. I think he was 5 years old at the time, whatever.
Woohoo!
And Franzi's looking at me, he's like, well, she's like, you gotta get naked, you gotta do it.
Get down, make love.
And I was like, I'm good, just let him go.
Trying to quit.
And I kind of felt like I'm not gonna let him go by himself. I'll be his homie, And we were kind of thinking, we hadn't even done it yet. We were just talking about it, and we had already clustered on the beach.
Yeah.
They fucking got on the loud thing, and we're like,
yo, you're the American. Get the fuck
No, they to our group. Like, we had Germans in our group, too. That, this group of people, you're asked to either leave the beach or
drop trow,
basically. And I was like, that's another.
So German.
Yeah, because these other naked people are like, so that basically one of the dudes is like, pissed about the fact
offending me.
Yeah, so he nakedly walks over to the lifeguard and hey, what's up with this? They're so
what's that called? The detour?
Bro, you don't want to take out your dick. What's wrong?
What the fuck's wrong, man? I call the cops on you. What was that? We saw the German Bademeister. What was the term?
For the
Eimann. Right. Okay, sorry.
What we watched.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
and so what ended up happening, the funny thing about the whole thing was they got their stuff, they left, and me and Tristan were like, we were going to go in the water now. We came in here, that's what we're here for. So I dropped trowel, Tristan dropped trowel, we go in.
Ice cold water.
Yeah, ice cold water. The being in the water is not the problem. The problem was that when I wanted to go, and he's like, no, let's hang out, and I'm just basically standing at the edge of the fucking water, naked, obviously, and the people that walk by, that are fully dressed and not even they're just there because a lot of people like to just walk along the beach because the Baltic Sea's got such a flat coastline. There's a big solid area of beach where you can walk with regular shoes and you don't get sand in your shoes, and so those people that's the normal traffic. So you're just standing in the traffic line of fucking everybody. Woo-hoo. And it's
just hanging out,
just sitting there and people are just like, what's this naked guy standing here doing? What's he doing here? And all the other naked people, they're kind of hiding in there. They kind of hide.
Laughing.
They have these little barriers that they build, and they have their own little private parts on the beach where they're naked, but they're kind of in their private parts on the beach. Yeah. And of course, so that was probably the last traumatizing experience
I'm
of
sorry,
being on the
man.
beach.
Damn.
No, I got over it though, and I like the whole thing about like being free here. At first, it was a hard thing for me to do.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we were such sticklers in California and so conservative.
New Hampshire, yeah. East
Same
Coast,
way, huh?
same way.
Yeah, so conservative.
Call the cops on you.
Go in the sauna with your shorts on and stuff. Like I got called out. I was in the sauna in Austria, and homeboy's like, "You're an American." I'm like,
No. Canadian.
yeah. And he's like,
Don't do that.
drop your shorts, bro. Like, basically.
Yeah, seriously.
And he was the worst. Like, he had like it's the most. You didn't want to see it, and he's just sitting there with the towel, just like, "You're an American, bro." And I'm
Hair
like,
carpet.
I'd still rather be me. But it's true though. Like wearing shorts in a sauna sucks because it sticks to your clothes. Like after accepting this culture and going in the sauna and doing that whole thing,
It doesn't make any sense.
it's way more enjoyable to have a towel and put the towel down and just chill out. And when you sit and you get other, like when there's chicks in there, then it's just like, be cool about it. Like you don't sit there like spread eagle. You kind of sit there, have your arms kind of, on your thing and just kind of block the balls maybe, keep
seriously.
the shaft in a nice direction.
Yeah, it's hard to cover that up with one arm. So.
It's like, is that, yeah, exactly. Exactly. The penis
For me,
waves
yeah.
as you come in. It's like, hello. Yeah. No, I mean, it's kind of the cool. Like sauna on itself is kind of like a cool, like half thing, It's
Yeah.
like, is it sexual? Is it not? Is it
different.
even more sexual because it's not sexual?
It's weird being in Europe and this stuff. It's like kind of in the open.
Yeah, and you sit there and you talk to someone like I remember going in, I had my headphones in. I'm like, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
And then you get like this older grandma woman with like already like this crazy fatness and then like this huge fucking like scar because they had removed like half her stomach and she's just sitting there and she's just looking at you like giving you this intense stare, and I'm like,
welcome to Europe.
Then I take the headphones out, I'm like, couldn't talk, like hi, and she's like, what are you listening to? Like was hosted in
here.
And she's like, yeah, the other day I was in a sauna and someone wouldn't stop talking to me, and I'm like,
yeah, it's
kind of like you doing to me right now,
Funny, dude.
And she's like, well, I'm a regular, I live here and stuff like that. And so she's giving me her whole story, and I was like, Gary, I 20 minutes, I wanted to be by myself.
Yeah,
having kids and stuff. It's like, this is my 20 minutes of time, and then this German woman just gives me the whole fucking life story, which I thought I was the American that I do that. That's what Americans are supposed to do, right?
Like torture us. Yeah,
that's also a German grandma thing to just talk to strangers and tell them the whole life story
without even without any. You can't give them 1 inch of like. You can't give them a little bit of fire. Like you can't put anything in their fire, otherwise it just. You have to you have to completely and you can't be rude because they catch that shit too. They're be like, well, you're kind of inconsiderate. They'll pull that shit right at you.
Sorry, I didn't ask.
Be like, in my generation, we gave respect to the older people. You gotta fucking listen to this shit.
What about Eric? Growing up, you going to school with hot chicks in school, and it's like, we're going to FKK beach.
I don't know about Pasewalk and hot chicks in this combination, but FKK beaches, we have one in Krugstad.
Yeah, there's a little corner there,
a small one there, and
nobody does that. Or
I don't mind if anyone does, but it's mostly in Krugstad. It's the problem. I think it's where the FKK beach is.
It's too close.
That's the best spot on the
lake.
On the lake itself. So there are better spots to go.
Yeah.
So if the FKK spot would have like a 3-meter high jump tower and
nice,
then you get naked.
I drop my pants and do the flips, boy. Yeah. So.
Huh.
On the other side of the lake, where the like the cool stuff is, I see people going naked there too, even though it's not really a naked area because it's just kind of further away. So it's okay to. It's just I like that about that. It's just like just do whatever you want to do. If you want to swim naked and. Who gives a shit, Just
I was wondering because growing up in that, it's so much cooler, accepting.
Yeah.
But I remember I think my babysitter was talking to my mom, and back in New Hampshire we have this one beach, and Hampton Beach, total tourist trap, but it still thrives. And she's like, yeah, I was driving down the street and I saw this woman walking naked on the beach. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. Wow, woman walking naked. And she probably lives down there. That's like her thing.
Yeah.
She's like, so I called the cops right away. I was like, oh, fuck. You serious, man? I mean, do you think she was crazy? Was she dangerous?
Yeah.
Would they shoot her? Nah, they didn't shoot her, but
they tranquilized her.
just something like, yeah. Take it back to the jail. I don't know. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. That just showed me like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah, it's
Nudity is
more
dangerous.
natural.
Yeah.
It's more natural here.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the like, sexuality and generally in I don't know if it's all in Europe, but in Germany, I know in the UK it's also very conservative. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Like the dude that told me to pull my he didn't tell me to pull my. He was cool. He was just like, you're American. He's like, you don't have to take it off whenever. Like so I went outside, put him, came back in, and he's just like. He's like, isn't it better? Don't you feel free now? And I was like, yeah,
Let me help you.
It's
like,
true.
oh,
And and there was like girls in there kind of like, ha, it's so funny, huh?
Mm.
It was funny. I mean, I could laugh about myself. I'm the first one to laugh about it. It's never been a problem for me. But the funny thing he said to me is like, actually, it's worse to be in the other. Like he was in the UK, and he has his German culture or his Austrian culture of taking off his clothes. In the UK, they don't. He's like, that's way worse to be the only dude that has your shorts off and everyone else has them on, and you have to go back and put yours on. And then he's like, that was
yeah, nice.
So
Twist.
you'd rather be the conservative one and the unconservative than
Seriously.
the unconservative and the conservative one.
I didn't realize that. You can't. Yeah, it makes sense.
I didn't know that either. I never gone in the sauna in the UK, but anyway.
One more card before.
Yeah, okay. What do you want? Pick a card.
Pick my poison.
I don't know. There's different color codes.
I'll do a blue. How about you?
Yeah, we'll do both blue, man. These are kind of fun though. They do start.
We should have done more of these. I think. Yeah.
You first. I asked you your question. Yeah. This
Go.
is. I mean, probably both. But would you rather win a Grammy or an Oscar?
The Grammy. Give me a Grammy.
Yeah.
You?
Because isn't Grammy the music thing, or is it more?
I guess so.
Entertainment.
You're a music guy.
I'll get my Grammy. Yeah. Oscars.
Oscars for the movies, right? But
Yeah.
The Grammy, I thought was the more. It's not a
Probably.
music award though. I don't even know what they are. What's the difference?
Album.
Music.
Grammy for best
It is.
album.
It is music. I mean, it's not a music award. It's a music award.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like I'm so contradicting myself. I don't even know. And then that's mine.
Would you rather live in an apartment in the city or a mansion in the country?
Well, I mean, if you had like a badass apartment in the city, is also cool.
Yeah.
Like Franzi and I always had this picture of us like living in a nice apartment in Berlin, like on the top, because those cost as much as
Nice.
a mansion on the country
Seriously,
too, right?
Yep. Beautiful skyline, food on every corner.
Yeah.
To go, take out. I mean,
I like both. I could do both.
tough call.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose, I would definitely choose the country. But
The mansion, yeah.
But I like the idea of living in I like the idea of having a view. You know, like just in general, it doesn't matter where you live. Just if you have a view,
You need that.
yeah. Like that's what I love about camping on the lake or something. Because
Sure.
when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you see is like you have your cup of coffee and
Yeah.
you got like a nice simple chair and a table and the kids are still sleeping and you just get out and you just have like that first cup of coffee and the water is just fucking.
Yep.
I love that. That's something about that. It is so real, so down to what matters. And you realize that all this other shit in our life doesn't matter.
That's true.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, it takes you back. It's like that airplane ride.
I love that too. Yeah, being in an airplane, like being over the clouds.
You fly up,
Yeah.
and then all those troubles melt away. All those badass influencers or whatever's going on the earth stressing you out. It's just like little ants, specks. They float away. And I guess same thing. You just wake up, drink your coffee, you're looking out on the landscape. It's like stuff just that recharge.
Just kind of just brings you back to what's real, like what's important. When I remember going camping with my dad back in the day, and then being gone for like I don't know 3 or 4 days, and then for the first time you get back in the car and you start to drive back down the mountain, and then the radio signal comes back on, and you start to hear like this busy world again.
Oh right.
And you hear like the program, and you just I remember just me and him looking at each other, like whoa,
Interesting.
like how important we all think we are.
Yeah.
Like the whole view of like the Earth from the space station. I think it's supposed to give you like this awe effect, whatever.
Yeah.
But I remember listening to that. There's an astronaut that said that he's like, it wasn't that great.
Okay, seriously?
Yeah, he was on a Joe Rogan show too. He's like,
Wow.
the HD video quality is way better. I'm like looking through like a little glass thing. Like I'd rather look at it on my home at my TV at home.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's like,
funny.
but the idea makes sense that like you realize how insignificant we really are, and it's a good thing to be put that in perspective sometimes.
Nice. The view. Do you have a view at the house right now? You guys remodel a little bit?
Yeah, we've got a nice big lot, like a big property.
Yeah.
We see I see the roofs of my neighbors.
Better than their bedroom windows.
Yeah, that's all good.
As long as you just see,
no complaints.
Got some good fields out there. I like mountain biking around that area.
That would have been like, I've seen pictures of the property that we lived on because it's my parents-in-law's property, or it was. And when they built back in the day, there was no houses back there.
Oh,
and
darn.
so you just had like the straight up fields right out of the back of the house.
Beautiful.
And they said that back in the day, that was, of course.
That's where the sun goes at night. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Sort of.
No, but it doesn't matter. It's still beautiful. Like just that look. There's something about that. Like, when you go out, you guys are out on the bikes a lot, and the family, and you go out into the Raps fields, and you just have that.
That's a higher point of town too. Yeah, you're not down by the river. You're up.
Yeah, that's true.
The heights.
Yeah, it's called Dargetsahua.
Okay.
The height of Dargets.
Right, on the way to Dargets. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Nice one. All right.
Life in P-Town, baby.
Should we wrap it up on that note?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. It's been awesome. Thanks, Eric. Be good, bro.
Be good.
Next week, all right?
All right, man.
Peace out.